Hi everybody. I wanted to talk to you today about connecting to your daughters. This is something I talk about so often, so I wanted to come up with maybe some new ways that you haven't heard from me before. So I'm going to kind of run down a list of some ideas that I have. Some might resonate with you, some might not. So take whichever ones you think might work with your daughter and her personality and try them out and see what happens. So the first thing is to kind of take an honest evaluation of the percentage of time that when you're communicating with her that it's either positive, negative, or neutral, and see if you can increase the positive things that you say to her. One common way to think about it is the 4-to-1 rule. For every one criticism or critique or demand, there can be 4 positives to counteract that. So that's one way to look at it, the 4-to-1 rule. Pay attention to your teen's reactions. So if you're talking and she's tuning out, that's probably a good signal to maybe take a break and maybe talk to her later when she seems more receptive and more open. When you are talking to her, teens love it if you keep it short. You probably figured that one out, right? So whatever you have to say, see if you can condense it into as few words as possible to keep their attention. Praising your teen in front of others. So anytime, not to the point of embarrassment where she's like, oh, Mom, enough already. But anytime you can point out anything that you admire, respect, like about her, or ways that she's helped you, maybe your computer messed up and she was able to fix it for you, praising her in front of others. When you're wrong, admitting it. Great skill to teach her. So when you've messed up, to be able to say, I'm sorry I had that reaction, I'm sorry I flew off the handle, I'm sorry I didn't believe you when you said so and so. So it teaches her that you're not perfect and you don't expect her to be perfect. Ask for her opinion. That's a great way of letting her know you're different than me. We don't see everything eye to eye, and I'd like to know your thoughts on this. What's your opinion on this? That can be very empowering for her. Also exploring her interests. Maybe you ask her to you listen to the new album of her favorite singer, or you ask her to show you a music video that she's into, or maybe you ask her to watch her favorite TV shows with you. Conversely, maybe you sometimes turn off the TV and you can, have some time where you're giving her your full attention. Some teens want that full attention in order to have a great conversation. Some teens, that makes them uncomfortable and they want to do an activity side by side while communicating and talking. What else? Oh, privacy, big one for teens for sure. So anytime that you can respect her privacy just like you'd like her to respect yours, that can go a long way with teens. When her friends come over, encourage that her friends come over, open your home to them, be friendly when they walk in, and then give them their privacy and their space. That will encourage her to come over and spend more time at your house, invite her friends over, which most parents, they like and want to have their daughters at home. Don't expect them to be perfect, big one. So that anytime we can say that and show that, anytime we can let her know, let her see that we are being patient with her as she figures herself out and her life out, and as she makes her mistakes as she's supposed to in the adolescent years. So giving her enough space while letting her know that you're there for her while she's figuring things out, that you're there in case she wants suggestions or ideas, but that you trust her to come up with her own solutions and figure out what path is best for her. Remember that she's on her own journey and it is different than yours, and it's going to look different sometimes, and that can be scary for you and uncomfortable for you, but really good for her as she's growing into the young woman she's meant to be. And then lastly, one of the best ways to connect with her is to connect with yourself. So do whatever you can to work on yourself to become the best person, the best mom and dad you can be, creating space in your life to connect to yourself so that you can come to her feeling calm and patient and full of vibrancy and well-being and humor, which we know we need that for our teenage girls for sure. So, a few ways to connect with her. Try some out. See how they work. Let me know. Have a great day. Bye.